Hi, everybody. It's Georgia Rose, and it must be Thursday night because I'm here in the Soul Space Studios of Zencuda. And boy, have we got a great show for you tonight. Tonight I have John Manetta, who everyone has heard on the phone almost every week since I started. He's my number one fan. I love me some John Manetta. Mr. John, say hi to everybody at home.
Hello, everybody.
And even better than John Manetta, who you could get better than that, is Lois T. Martin, psychic numerologist who does a wonderful radio show, which I've been a guest on. I've got your number on Blog Talk Radio. And Lois is just a bundle of energy. We actually had to tell her to stop talking because she was giving us all this great info, and I wanted you guys to hear it too. So where are we at, everybody out in the world? We're seeing a lot of stuff going on, a lot of chaos and a lot of fear. So I hope you guys are holding your own and not giving in to any of that. Coronavirus aside, I think that we're in a time when we're all being challenged to step into our purpose. And that's why I wanted to have Lois on tonight. So if anybody wants to call into the show, we'll talk about numbers and maybe figure out some numbers for you. So Lois, you were talking about 2020 and how significant that number is for this year. So tell us a little bit about that.
First of all, thank you for having me on the show.
I love having you.
You've been on my show 4 or 5 times, and I have to tell you, you're one of the highest ratings.
Oh, thank you.
So I just need to know that.
Oh, I love that. You're
Yeah,
so sweet.
and
I
that's
love
true.
being on your show.
Yeah,
You always
wonderful.
have the best callers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2020. 2020.
Hold on one sec.
Okay.
Hi, you're online with Georgia Rose in the Soul Space.
Okay.
And who's this?
My name is Pauline from New York, Queens.
Hi, Pauline from Queens.
Hi, you are Georgia?
Yes, I'm Georgia Rose.
Wow, I think I've heard you on Lois's show. I believe I even spoke to you.
Oh, that's wonderful. I hope things are
I
going
didn't even
okay.
know you had this show. This is great.
Yeah, well, thank you. See, that's what cross-marketing's for.
I'm having trouble connecting to listen to the show, but I've been trying to get in, so I like back and forth trying to get on. So
That's great.
All right,
Do you have a question for
hopefully.
Lois tonight?
yes.
Great.
Hi, Pauline.
Hi, Lois. This is my second chance to get to you.
Well, it's great. Tell me, what's your question?
Okay. Do you need to know my birthday again and tell me what the heck is happening this year for me personally? I mean, just like general for everybody, I guess, with the same personal year.
Well, you know what, Pauline? Let's just make it easy. Give me your month and day of birth, and
Okay.
I'll take it from there, and then hopefully I'll cover the question without you telling me.
Okay. 12/19.
Okay.
You don't
that's
want the year, right? You said.
No, that's good.
Okay.
12/19. All
Got
right,
it.
Pauline, you're a very strong person. You're strong-willed. You're independent. You know, you're just like standing on your own, but you're not standing on your own right now. Okay, you're feeling right now a little out of sorts. You're feeling tired. You're feeling in a flux. You're feeling like, I'm not too sure. Should I not? Do I want to? Do I not? And that's okay. I just want to let you know what it is that you're feeling is normal, quote unquote, all right, for you and this vibration. The best that I could say for you that when your mind is saying to the body, please sit down, don't do this, listen to the mind. If the body is saying to the brain, listen, you need to shut down, we got to take a break, do that too. Take a walk, meditate, take a bath, run your hands under nice lukewarm water, picture yourself under a waterfall. But it's very best right now, the best headline for you, don't force issues to happen, okay? Let it roll, let it rock, and particularly with all the times and the changes that are happening right now, we're all trying to keep up, and you're not going to be able to keep up. You're going to feel very tired. Please avoid signing papers at this time.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's an amazing reading.
Can you relate with me?
Yes, totally. You got it. Besides the numbers, you must be connecting psychically as well. It's just really funny.
Yeah, well, I do spiritual translation. You know, numbers talk to me because you are your numbers and your numbers are you. And I'm just a hot number. There you go, Pauline.
Hot numbers. You both are hot numbers. We're beautiful goddesses between all three of them. Everybody out there, too.
Thank you,
So,
Pauline.
Pauline,
Thank you.
Pauline,
God
before
bless.
you hang up, I just wanted to say one of the things that helps me a lot, one of the things that struck me that Lois was just saying was about don't do things when they feel forced. And usually what I tell myself is when I feel like I have to be forcing something or if I feel under pressure to do something, that's my ego. And you know that you never are happy when you're feeding your ego. So just remember that next time you feel pressured, That's probably
Thank you.
fear or something like that making you do
Right.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You're
to
welcome.
listen.
You're welcome.
Hopefully I can get in to listen this time.
Yeah. Just go on. If you have trouble, go on govsradio.com and you'll find us. Also, I think
Okay.
we shared it on Lois's page. We're sharing on there now, so it'll be up there in a few minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now, Lois, you were talking about the 2020 year.
The 2020 year, again, it has a lot to do with foundation. Any number that has a 0 next to it empowers that singular number.
Oh, that's interesting.
So if you want to take 2020, it's a 40.
Right.
And 4 in numbers is about grounding. It's about focusing. It's about rebuilding.
So that makes
Okay?
sense, especially with everything going on.
The double twos has to do with a lot of sensitivity. It has a lot to do with intuition. And because of all the crisis of what everything is going on, not just with this virus,
Right.
but the whole universal
Everything.
conscious
Yeah.
shift, people are just not in balance.
No, I
They're
get that.
trying, but they're not getting anywhere.
No.
You know.
And you know what else I think also it's important that foundation, I think we're being challenged so much to strengthen that. And I think, the numbers play in so much with the astrology, and everyone knows I'm really into the astrology as a spiritual tool. And that structure being torn down, it's going to be done in a way that we have a little bit of deprivation because Saturn comes in and teaches us to respect something that we didn't have respect for before. And that's really what's happening in the world. And you're saying the same thing with the number situation.
Well, astrology and numerology eons ago were one science.
Right, right.
And then they broke off.
Yeah.
With the numerology, and nothing against astrology because
No.
they're sisters and all, but numbers prove. Math has to
Right.
prove. And it's tangible because you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see your house number, your phone number,
It's there.
it's
Right.
there.
Yeah.
With the planets, you're not really seeing the Mars and the stars and everything moving.
Right, right. That's true.
But
So-
they all come together, though.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Everything all
Everything.
fits together.
Because it's
That's what makes it
universal
work.
law.
It's all
Yeah,
one.
right.
All one.
Got another call, sweetie.
Universal law.
Hi, welcome to Soul Space. This is Georgia Rose.
Hi, Georgia. It's Kathy from
Hi.
Long Island, and I'm listening to you live.
That's great.
And I am having a real dilemma, and I want to see how things are going to work out.
Okay, well, let's see if Lois has got your number.
Okay.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy, first of all, very important. How do you spell your name?
Kathy, Cathy.
Okay, very important because I don't know if it's a I-E or...
I know. It's Catherine.
Okay, but you prefer Kathy. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Kathy, just quickly, your month and day of birth.
October 8th.
You want that date? Sound like you were picking one. Okay. I'm just
No,
teasing you.
I wanted to know if you wanted my year. That's why.
No, I don't need you yet, but thank you that. October 8th. Okay, Libra girl.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Ironically, you're falling into the category of how do I redesign my life? Could relate your career, your family, the individual you. How do I redesign it? Actually, you're coming in midpoint this April, after the 8th, into what we call the 4-year. And in this 4-year, it's a 13-4. And people think 13 is an unlucky number. It actually is a very fortunate number.
Really?
Yes, it really is.
Because I always liked Friday the 13th myself.
It's a great, it really is. It has a bad rap. But the 13, the 4, is about you deciding what you want to do maybe again with career. If you're not working, maybe you would like to do something with volunteer work. But it's being called upon you to get focused, get organized. Don't
You
be
are
afraid
on
to let
target.
go. Oh, well, thank you. Do not allow yourself, don't cancel that. You have tendency to hold on. You don't let go. And this is a year that says, look, you need to take the blinders off. You need to be adaptable with the change. Ironically, for the past few years, Kathy, you've been asking for change. It's here. It's coming. Let it happen.
Thank you, dear
Wow.
God. Thank
Lois
you.
is fantastic.
This is right head on. I lost my husband. It's 5 months to today.
Wow.
I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know where I was going, if I want to sell the house, if I don't want to sell the
I'm a
house.
realtor.
And my granddaughters, they would just cancel the play for her birthday, and they told me after April 12th, they might reopen the theaters. So you are so spot on. Amazing.
Well, I thank you for that. And let me just say, there's still a healing period here.
Oh, good.
And I do
course.
believe that for you personally, because you're not yet, see, we go birthday to birthday. So you're going to be feeling this 4 energy coming in. You're still in a 3 vibration. But it's very important that you stay entertained. Express yourself. Do it through art. Do it through singing.
Creativity.
Do it through dancing. Creativity. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You need to let this happen, because if you don't, the depression keeps getting deeper and stuck, and you feel weighted down. And that's another thing. Please ingest more water and watch your weight, because you'll have tendency to put on weight.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
I will
Great
definitely.
reading, Kathy.
That's great. That was awesome. That
Thank
was
you,
awesome.
Kathy. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you
you.
guys for having this program. Thank you.
So one of our top fans writes, what advice do you have for people that have extreme anxiety and think they're dying every 15 minutes?
What do I have?
No, it's for Lois. Thanks, Kathy.
Yeah. Tell me about anxiety. I just got
I'm the
depressed.
anxiety pro.
I hear you. Well, thank you guys. Have
Thank
a great
you.
night and
You
stay
too.
safe.
You too.
Thanks,
you too.
Kathy.
I'm going
Bye,
to take
honey.
Lois,
a
quick
slight.
question.
I'm going to take a slight 30-second break and talk about Teespring. You can order
Zenkuda stuff.
items for Georgia, and it really supports her show. You can have T-shirts and mugs or whatever. It's just 30
you can join the
seconds,
Zeneration.
So hang out for just 1 second. Thank you.
Okay.
Even though you're 39.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, everybody. And so we took the liberty of talking during the break, and you all couldn't hear. Secrets abound. Oof. But anyway, we're going to do John Minetta's numbers and see what we can find out about this mysterious man who likes to walk in the woods and that I call my trailblazer.
Okay, Grizzly.
January 9th.
Okay, first question. John?
John.
Okay, see, the name is very important how we spell it.
And why is that? Because every
Because
letter has a number?
Every letter has
Yeah.
a numerical value. So once I look at your name, I would know if there's an H in there, if there's not, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say it was?
John.
No, your date of birth now. I moved on.
9th. January 9th.
January 9th. Okay, great. Well, you know what? I think that this is a year, personally for you, have fun. I mean, if you really wanted to, and you've been, I want to make these changes. I've been talking about making these changes. This is it. And I love coin phrasing this.
Okay.
Because I've been doing this so many years. I'm
Okay.
29, but don't tell
I know,
anybody.
no.
But what I like about it is that I say anything goes. And really, truly, anything could go. You could decide. If somebody told me I was going to take this trip or win, I would tell them they were crazy.
I got you.
Okay? Or the plans that you think that you may have just may not happen. But there are so many moves that could be happening. Relationship moves. Your own self, your own coming into your own self.
That's
it
very
deals
true.
with five. And deals with the five senses. Okay? If a person aligns under this energy the best that they can in the alignment of the five senses, what comes next? The sixth sense.
He's been
Pay
seeing
attention
fives.
to your dreams.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the little voices. And,
Oh, they've been around.
yeah, I know.
You have no
He's walking in the
idea.
woods,
Without
Lois.
Yeah, they've been around.
But John, weren't you telling me a few months ago or a few weeks ago that you were seeing the number 5 everywhere?
I did see the number 5. yeah.
Five is
Yeah.
your number this year, and it's a very big number with dreams. So you could be filtering dreams of passed on loved ones, friends, even animals.
Okay.
They come through, but open up. Very important year. I'm not a medical intuitive, don't intend to be, but watch areas of the stomach. Why? Because you may have tendency of not eating more in a timely fashion, okay? or you're overeating because, I went to this party, I was at Fire Island naked, I was having fun, whatever. So I would just say to you, 5 is a great number to have fun, and it relates to the totem of the horse, and the horse is freedom. And you'll find at this time in your life, the cycling in your life, that the freedom is coming from within. Wow. It isn't any more outward looking and seeking and doing. And you're going to really expand in this year.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Wow, you're going to expand.
And you're going to the dentist.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, you won't be.
Good, I don't have your birthday.
You're going to yell at me when you're
No,
opening your mouth for a root canal.
No.
So now I'm October 12th.
October 12th. Okay, this is a very
Hold
strong...
on one sec. We're going to take this. We'll get back to me in a minute. Hi, you're on the Soul Space with Georgia Rose and Lois T. Martin, and she's got your number.
Hi, Georgia. It's Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. How are you? We're having fun here in the studio tonight.
I could see.
So, how about you give your birth date to Lois?
Hi, Marianne. How do you spell your name?
Maryanne.
Okay, cool. I'd just like to make a mention. All people who have a Y in their name, they're Y people. They always want to know why.
Oh, that's
always
interesting. I
want to
remember
know
that.
why. Yeah. So anyway, Marianne, what is your month and day of birth?
February 12th.
February 12th. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know how much you'll like me on this one, but you need to clean out your closets, young lady. Okay? This is called about out with the old and in with the new. In my impression or my sensation of what I'm feeling of you, you're trapped. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling, I don't know which way to go. And that, to me, is because you're not allowing yourself to release or surrender. I'm trying to find
Georgia.
the right word for you.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just going to interrupt for
actually-
1 second. I don't mean to. It's just that I've been giving her this message for a few months. She's grieving her husband.
Okay.
And I'm so glad you're saying this tonight, Lois, because I think sometimes, Marianne, we need someone else to hear it. So go ahead.
No, it's just the fact. Listen, I'm not telling you get over your husband's passing or whatever, because in my belief, they're always with us, okay? And he is with you. But the one thing I do know about our loved ones, they don't want to see us unhappy.
Ditto.
They want us to live our lives.
Honor their life.
Honor it, live yours. And you could say, well, I can't. Well, I tell you, the best remedy, help somebody else. When you take yourself off your own mind and help somebody else, I tell you, you're going to do yourself a world of service.
Yeah.
And you being born on the date that you are, it's about helping community. It's about helping people. So I can't again tell you, Marianne, get over it. I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying that you have to allow yourself to grow. So this way, whatever you have left blessed on these day-numbered life that you have, that you could enjoy, you'll meet up with your loved ones again.
I love that you said that. I absolutely love it because putting yourself in service is the antidote for grief, and it makes you go into gratitude. And I just love that you said that because my mom, when we were little, that was her message to us. And in every way, like we were never allowed to sit home and feel sorry for ourselves. If you had an argument with one of your friends or you got, beat up at school or whatever, my mom was taking you up to the church with a basket for somebody. She used to make us give all our clothes to charity, and she'd actually find a family and make us go do this. So it was always about giving. And when you put yourself in that, it's very hard to stay in the grief. And I know when we're in grief, it's very hard to reach out and do those things. But I really feel like, Marianne, if you can be of service to someone, there's so many people going through what you're going through. And maybe you're further along than them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Marianne, I'll just interject one more thing here for you. That by the time you get to about September, October, and if you are working on little day by day with yourself on this, you will feel much better by the fall. I'm not saying you are. This is totally your choice.
Yeah.
But you will start to feel better. But little by little, volunteer an hour a week. You know what? It's a sense of purpose.
Right.
Right now, you're finding life looking for a sense of purpose.
And it gives you direction. You don't know what you're going to do with your life when you lose someone who's so close to you. And then you start little by little and you find a little direction, and that's so healing for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Georgia and Lois.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you
bless
for
you.
always being supportive of our work, Marianne. We're here for you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. So now let's get back to October 12th.
Oh, that's good.
Would you like
It's all
a
about
reading?
me right now. I
Let's
want
get back
me.
to
What's your reading?
Me. I think the show is my show.
It's October 12th, right?
He's laughing because I'm so not like that. I'm the last one to feed myself. So,
You know, it's a
but I'm
good year
curious
business.
now because
It's
your
very good business
your
year.
readings are so dead on. I'm curious.
It's a good business year. You're in an 8-year.
Okay.
Okay, and the 8. Well, you're. I really shouldn't say that. You're in a 7-8 year. October
Okay.
12th. You
Yeah.
said, right?
I'm
You're
very
in a-
focused on business
You're in a
this year.
7-8 year. 7 is very good with business investments and so forth.
Okay.
But so is the 8. But if I combine the two numbers, it's a 15-6.
Okay.
Okay, so it has a lot to do with community. And it doesn't mean just your real estate profession.
Right.
It means much of what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and-
so focused on now. Is
and what
this?
you're doing right
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see who we have here. Hi, welcome to the Soul Space. This is Lois and John and Georgia Rose.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg. So
How you doing?
I'm doing great. So what made you call into the show tonight?
Wanted to know if Lois would know when a fit, cute golfer would be coming into my life.
Oh, I don't play golf. I'm sorry.
But you're cute.
Thank you. I hear that a lot. No, I'm just kidding. As we get older, we don't hear that enough. I don't golf, but maybe Lois can hook you up here.
I know who this
Okay.
is.
You do?
I
Is
know
it your
who
husband?
this
It's like
is.
your husband or somebody.
You're close.
Somebody in the closet?
Greg, listen.
Yes,
dear. I don't even have to ask how you spell your name. I know. But, Greg, listen. You know that this year you've had years of training with me, all right? That,
Yes, dear.
see, I haven't trained.
Down boy. Down boy.
Greg, you know, the focus is everything that you're leading to and meeting. You are really in a prime year, meet new people.
Oh, she's
you're
coming.
in there about getting out, meeting people, but you're so focused on a golf partner. Okay,
Yeah.
how about
Listen,
somebody who has
Greg,
bigger balls? and
Forget
wants
about
to
your
do
balls
bowling?
and start looking around. Get your head out of your balls.
Are you still there, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love him dearly.
John, you have to open up Facebook so we can share
No,
the
it's
show.
actually Lois.
Oh, Lois.
Yeah,
Open up
Facebook.
Facebook so we can share the show.
Well,
I'm
you're
sorry.
asking me something very difficult.
So, Greg, you know how long you know Lois?
oh my God.
Oh, my God. Over 30 years.
Oh.
Oh,
So
yeah,
maybe
that's why you're trained.
maybe you should open up a little bit that it doesn't have to be a golfer.
It isn't a golfer.
Oh.
He wants a golfer in his life, and I don't know what he wants to do. It may not just be a golf partner. It could be somebody. You know what, Craig? Here is that soul connection that you're really truly looking for.
Yeah.
That's true.
And,
Over
and
a 9-iron.
I think that what you're doing is you're just looking at a caddy. You're just looking at what club you could use. You know, you're full of life, Greg.
Actually, Lois, I'm actually just looking for an honest, cute partner.
What's
know,
the
the honest
cute
part-
stuff? You need to
You
look
know,
for the soul.
man.
You have to look at the soul, not the cuteness.
Hey, she's
Well-
got your number 2 right now, okay? and you do. You have to listen.
Are
it's
you cute,
coming
Greg?
to you. Yes, he is a very nice
Yeah.
looking man.
So I was going to say,
Okay.
always the not cute guys are always looking for the cute
No,
ones.
he's a nice looking man.
Okay,
I
all right,
I
all
wouldn't
right.
have picked him. But anyway,
Okay.
Greg, seriously.
I have a couple of girlfriends in the audience who are signing up for golf lessons right now. You realize that, Greg, right?
But they're in New York, Greg. Greg,
Hey, you know,
listen, you could talk
You
to
can
me
drive to
anytime.
Tampa.
Yeah. You could pay for it.
Our
Listen,
winter residents.
We will talk. Listen, be patient. All right. I think I definitely agree with her. You need to look for the soul person, the soulful person, not the cute, not the hair up, not the little skinny little girl with big boobs. It's over.
Not the blonde
Greg.
ponytail and golf skirt, of
It's
course. That
done.
could be
Wait.
arranged.
Hold it. I don't worry about skinny little girls with big boobs because, first of all, big boobs are just very often just big boobs that do
Maybe you
nothing.
didn't understand. This is called the soul space.
No, I understand.
If
the
you want
soul.
to talk
Believe
about
me,
boobs, you call into Knock 'em Dead Comedy tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock.
We talk about boobs
Yeah.
all the
Eric
time.
and Antonio will definitely talk to you about the boobs.
Greg,
me.
we'll talk. We will talk. Honestly, we will
I
talk.
have had many lessons from Lois as far as
Golf.
No.
people, the good people. And we've actually helped a lot of people.
Yes, we have, and we did a lot of work, Greg.
That's beautiful.
But you know
Yes,
what?
we did,
And
yeah.
I would never
Very
steer
nice.
you wrong. I'm
We're just
telling you
joking.
the truth with you. You know, let
know.
the stuff go. There's a lot of compound and stuff here. We're not getting into it, and just let it happen.
You know
okay?
what I always found, Greg, is that people come along when I'm not looking for it.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really called up to tease Lois.
Well,
You did
thank
that.
You.
Did
Thank you. You
great
did
Great
very
job.
good on the 12 day with your number 3. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So now
Well, you
I want.
have to understand, the last conversation she had with me, she sent me an email, she was going to smack me in the back of the head. So I had to get even.
Okay. Well, you
Oh,
did.
okay.
You scored.
Yeah, you interrupted my reading.
You got a hole in one. Thank you.
Okay. Stay out of those sand traps,
All
baby.
right, take care, guys. Thank you
care.
very much.
Hugs.
Bye. Okay, so what's this 1517 thing about?
15, 17, where are we? What are we talking about?
You and
We're
George's
talking
numbers,
about my
October 12th.
numbers.
Oh, that's right.
October 12th.
Right.
Yeah.
You are in a time where it's focus of business.
Yeah.
And is a focus of education. There's a lot of learning.
That's so funny because I'm
going
getting
here.
certifications and all these things
Yes,
now.
and it's all about learning and it's all about teaching.
Okay,
So it isn't
I'm in the
about,
right frame.
Right. It isn't just about you getting taught. It's about you
Teaching.
also teaching.
Oh, okay.
And opening up. Business-wise, listen, I really can't tell you what's going to happen with real estate at this point, but
It's going to be fabulous.
I hope so for you and all the others. But I think that the other point of the game is that the 7 and the 8, a combination of both, is an understanding of of material wealth as opposed to spiritual wealth.
That is very, very
And
true.
You're in that transit.
I've been in that transit a long time, actually. I had some astrological transits that the last few years, that was my lesson, and learning how to really respect money. And I'm so not about it now. And I used to live a life that was very materialistic years and years ago. And now I let it flow. You know, it's so much easier. But I will say that one of the things I really feel a lot of this goings on, like you were saying, the 2020 year, I think a lot of that is about that because we're such an indulgent society that we're being taught that's really not the way to go. You know,
It isn't the way to go,
No.
and we're going to find that out.
and it's fearful.
right?
You know, that
Yeah.
lack comes from that fear.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
But it's a good year for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've
It'll
been
be a
trying to
great
focus
year
on
for
my.
you.
Well, I've been trying to focus on what I really want to do, and it's funny because I said it before on the show. This was the year I was able to combine real estate, and now I'm doing wellness for the company I work for. So it's just been really great that that's all combined. You know.
Well,
That's the whole year for you.
Yeah. Well, we're
That's the
cutting
new
our teeth
year.
on
Yeah,
it now.
yeah,
Yeah, and putting it
and you
together.
also have all of this with your ongoing work. Which
Yeah.
you
Well,
do here.
Zenkuda. I'm so
Yes.
focused on Zenkuda right now.
So
you know. So
that'll
that's.
explode.
Yeah.
Because people,
No, I know
people
that's
are
going to
searching,
happen.
People are seeking.
Yeah, and it's also, I feel like anything that's transparent in the sense of really your sincerity is behind it, you know, and like I had an incident a few months ago where I actually just gave myself over to God and said, just put me in service. And so now I really let that be the core of everything, you know, and when people call the show and you can feel when you really help them, like you've helped so many people tonight. And I really just love that. That's what chooses me. Really.
You're right, and I understand that with my own too. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's about giving, and
Yeah,
there's
and
nothing
you are
about-
all about that,
And
Lois.
thank you. There's nothing about expecting anything back. That's
You're
the
not
whole
supposed
thing.
to.
No.
Hi, this is
You're never
Georgia Rose.
supposed
You're on the
to.
Zenkuda Soul Space.
Hello, Josie Rose. How you doing?
We're good, DJ. I thought we told you not to call anymore.
Yeah, that's not nice. Josie
I'm
Rose.
only
Come on,
kidding. It's your Georgie Rose. So what do you want? Do you want to learn about your number tonight?
No, but I just want to make sure that I'm going to have. I want to make sure that I'm going to get a job.
Oh.
Dennis had a job interview today.
Oh, that's great. It feels pretty good, Janice. I think you're going to definitely get that job. Was it a DJ job?
No.
No, 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
But he's been really nervous about it, and he went in for the interview today, and they didn't tell him right away, but he thinks it went well.
I don't know if 7-Eleven is the place for you. I don't feel you working behind a counter or anything there. I would stick to the DJ thing, be more creative.
No, I like to make some money, you know.
Yeah. Well, we'll all say a prayer for you and put some energy out. How's that?
That's good, yes.
All righty. Thanks for calling the show.
Thanks for the call, Dennis. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So I was going to say that there's so many out there now I feel are really trying to help so many, and it's like that helps you break out. It helps you, whatever you're going through in your life, if you really find that purpose where you can help other people.
You should.
It just completely changes everything for you. And I know John's been doing a great job meditating. He's been
every day.
He's been like ascending.
Every day makes a big difference.
And music is a very big part for you.
Yes.
Music. I don't know you.
No.
But I just keep hearing
she's reading you.
Music.
Yeah.
And music. And it emanates off of you.
I listen to music.
Constant.
Two constants in my life right now.
Yeah.
So we have a call.
Definitely get that job. Was it a DJ job?
Hello. You're on the Soul Space with Georgia Rose.
I think they hung up.
Yeah, I heard the radio in the background.
Two things right now that emanate in my life: meditation and music. Meditation.
Now,
and
what kind of music do you listen to?
Everything.
Yeah, that's how
Everything.
I am.
But I will tell you this: more frequently, it depends. Yeah, it's changing.
Yeah.
It's like the other day when we were talking or on the show. I don't remember where you said it. Like when in your house, you always have a meditation music on.
Meditation, Snatum Car, all of that. Yoga music.
Exactly. So I started just
it opens
putting
me.
that on
Yeah.
when I get up in the morning, when I go to sleep at night with Alexa.
Right.
No matter which room I'm in, I just have it playing.
Yeah.
And it's just, and every once in a while I'll change it, but it's like, it's there.
I'm going to take this call. Hi, you're on the Soul Space with Georgia Rose.
Hi, Georgia. I was wondering if I could have my numbers done.
You can. Is this Gina?
It is.
Gina, my top fan. I love you so much because you're the one I do this show. You're the one who did this. You got me
easy
here.
there, top fan.
You got to vie with John for the top fan position.
What, I lose out now?
Sally introduced Gina introduced me to Sally and the whole crew here at Govs Radio, and she's the one who actually got me this gig.
Gina's the best.
I love my Gina, and she put my stuff on. What is that called?
That's called Teespring.com.
Teespring.com. I'm sorry.
Okay, Gina's the top.
I should know these things, right? Teespring.com. Go buy yourself a Zenkuda coffee cup.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Gina is the top female friend.
That's right.
That's it. We'll break
then
it up.
we've got Grizzly Adams.
I'm the top now. She gave me that.
So before we go into your numbers, Gina, I just want to have Lois. She was just going to tell John something about music or something for him.
Okay, go ahead.
When you were talking, I keep hearing like a chime.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you walking in your door.
Yeah.
Or when you awake in the morning and you hit that gong or you hit that bell.
Well,
it's the opening.
Yeah.
For
what
you.
is it?
It's like drinking the water in the morning.
It's every morning. As soon as I get up, I turn the coffee pot on. I get up extra early. Then I sit down. I have like 2 sips of coffee. And I put that meditation program on that I told you about.
Yeah, Balance.
The Balance. And I just listen to
app.
that. I mean, I thought I knew how to meditate, but this is making a bigger difference.
Good.
And John had suggested there's an app out there called Balance. And John had suggested that to me. I never heard of it. And I actually gave it to my students in one of my mindfulness classes, and they love it.
Yeah, it's a great app.
Yeah.
I mean, it breaks down. You tell the app where you are in your meditation, if you're a beginner, an intermediate, advanced.
Yeah.
And you click on it, and then it starts you on a 10-day
That's beautiful.
Cycle.
Yeah.
But you can only do 1 a day.
Yeah.
It just tells you tomorrow. If you try to play, it's like the second one. No, you have to wait the 24
That's pretty
hours.
interesting.
It is.
That's good
It
because
makes
it's
it
a
different.
digestion.
Yeah, in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm still hear the bell. And it's your bell. It isn't the balance of the
Do you have
app
wind
that you
chimes
hear.
or anything on the house?
It's not even a wind chime. What is it called? Those bells. You just hit it, gong.
Like
I don't have one.
the yoga bells, like I
It's
have
like a
them.
yoga
Yeah.
bell.
Okay.
So we're
I
going to
was
go to
listening-
Gina.
I was
Gina's
listening-
patient.
Yep, I'm here.
I was listening to one of the some meditation sounds, and some of them are chimes.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No?
No.
Something.
No, if we have to do this after the show, I'm going to sit there and.
We're going to
She
figure
knows
it
she's
out.
right.
We're gonna figure
That's
it
the
out.
level. There's a level you get to when you
Yeah.
get messages, and
just
this
know.
happens to me too. You know, you just know it, and then you
just
know
not
what's
it.
true.
You know what? And
So let's
it's-
do Gina's numbers.
Yeah, do Gina's number. We'll come back.
We'll come back to chimes.
Gina, hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. It's Gina.
Gina, yes.
Okay, and Gina, month and day?
12/10.
Ooh, strong lady. No wonder you leave the ship over here.
That's
Okay.
a 12. Everybody's a 12
I
tonight.
wouldn't say I leave.
I just do whatever she tells me to do.
Let's put it this way: she's rowing the boat for all of us. That's for
You
sure.
know what? You are actually in my spectrum here. You are what I call the boss's dream. You wind up
Hopefully
getting
that's a good thing.
everything for everybody. You're trustworthy. And the one issue I do find about you is that you don't allow other people to do the work because you have to get it done. You're going to get it done right. And then I just want to give you a heads up. There's going to come to a point that you're not going to want to do that anymore. And you're going to say, well, why don't they do it? Well, you train them
think she's
so
getting
well
that point.
that you have to allow. Your leadership is exactly what it is. You're a leader. You're a leader to teach other people how they could be the leader. And I think that right now, for your birthday and where you are, I think that you are reviewing, you are introspecting, you are really, how you say, introverting within yourself and taking out what it is that isn't important to you anymore, what you don't need anymore.
Purification.
And yeah, and you know what? It's like okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone right now. That may not be your cup of tea, but it will be good for you. Go hug a tree. I keep hearing something for you about trees. I don't know what the connection.
Gina, we have to go
with
walk in
trees.
Argyle Lake Park together.
Yeah, I was going to say, Georgia, time to walk the dogs.
Yep.
Did you just plant a tree, or do you have a tree planted for someone on the other side?
I do not have a tree planted on the other side. I had...
Didn't a tree plant on your garage not too long ago?
In the fall, I did plant 2 brand new trees in front of my house, and and in the spring, we do plant flowers at my father's grave.
I'm sorry you beat me to the punch, but I was just going to say, I have a very strong masculine figure here. It could be father, it could be a grandfather, that is absolutely saying thank you. Even if it may not have been an intent for him, but he is saying thank you because they're recognizing the trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're very honored and they're very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. And you're doing something in your home. I'm not quite sure what kind of change you're making. I don't know if you're refreshing it or you're deciding that you may just want to paint. I don't know.
Seeing something with furniture.
Whatever it is, just watch what you're spending right now. Okay? You're a smart lady, but just watch what you're spending.
Okay. Okay.
Do you need an eye exam? Do you need an eye exam?
Yes, I do.
Please, go have that done. Thank you.
Oh, my God, that's so weird because they keep sending me letters that I'm past my year.
I think you should do it, and that's going to help the third eye because that's going to open you up. And
Yeah.
You're going to see more.
And then I'm going to have you on the show reading people.
Wow.
It's your third eye because you're not
With
busy
my
enough.
third eye.
I love me some
Well,
Gina Coffin.
Thank you so much. And I was like almost not going to call in because, I'm kind of part of the station. I'm like, I don't know.
No,
if
but you
Georgia wants me
deserve
to
to
call
see.
in.
You
But
gotta
your
pamper yourself.
grandfather is very proud of you, honey. Thank you for the trees. And there's something about a cherry blossom. I don't know what that's about, but it's a cherry blossom.
Definitely heavy masculine energy around you. Very protective, too.
Yeah, I would probably say that's my dad.
Yeah, that's what I felt, Dad. He's
Yeah,
like
and
very
it-
proud but very protective.
That
And-
that would definitely be my dad.
And a car. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
They're just talking.
Yeah.
And something about a car. Who was into cars? Did you just buy a car or something into cars?
They're never not
I-
doing something with a car.
I
are-
just bought 2 cars, and I am selling one of one of
Okay.
my older cars.
I'm hearing here, I'm just hearing like an applaud, like they're so happy that you know that they are connecting with you. They're validating. Thank you.
And there's something, before you go, I just want to tell you, because she's opening me up, because that's what happens to me when I'm around very highly psychic people, is like, then I start getting messages. I feel like when you were a kid, you didn't have a lot of animals, and that's why the animals are so important to you.
I did have a dog, but she passed away when I was young, and then my parents were like, "No more animals."
Right, because your dad's coming in telling me like normally he was not a warm and fuzzy with animals, and he's
not at all.
Right, that's what he's telling me, and he's like so happy that you have animals around you now because he knows you always wanted that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's softened on the other side about the animals.
Amazing.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
And Sally,
God bless.
Listen to the beginning of that, Sally. What do you think?
You completely.
You're the boss.
You've said we've had like 4 or 5 meetings, and it's everything that we've all talked about. Yeah,
I want you to run
she's
WKRP in
fantastic.
Cincinnati for me.
She's amazing.
I promise no turkeys.
Yeah.
I was just going to say something about the turkeys.
You realize, of course,
I
half
thought they could
the
fly.
population watching did not get that joke in its entirety at all.
I was going to say something about it. You're scaring me, Georgia. Now I don't know if I can come into the office and be with you. You're going to read me.
Oh, come.
It was nice to
All right,
talk
thank
to
you
you.
so much. You were right on.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a
This is
good
fun
night.
show
You
tonight.
too.
I love having guests. I love having John on. Lois T. Martin, you are fabulous.
Thank you.
You are just killing it tonight.
Okay, so I'm 4:30.
Oh, are you?
What, we're leaving at 4:30?
Yeah,
A
4:30.
little late.
A little late.
My
Working
Sally.
overtime?
My Sally good girl.
Well, you have a birthday coming up, and you're just right now at the tail end. And, you know, I think, Sally, you have to honestly admit there's been a lot of new things that have happened to you the course of this past year. And there's more to come. But here's what's going to happen. Not to be a negative. It's going to stop. It's just going to be right now. It's going to, just be on a low boil.
Good. When will that kind of happen?
It's happening.
Sizzly.
It's
Really?
happening.
Good.
It's happening.
Shoot,
Okay.
that's great.
And that's okay. That's okay because really the messaging here for you is to take in everything that has been going so you could now sort out what you want and what it is that's no longer playing a part. A little sensitive. You're going to find that your emotions are going to be running a little high.
Yeah.
You will be affected by moon cycles.
And we just had a big one.
Okay, yeah, supermoon,
Yeah.
we just had one.
Yep.
And your creativity, and I get something with writing. I'm not quite sure where you're going with this, but there's something with you doing with
I'm
writing.
yelling at someone in an email. Could that be?
She's writing
you tell?
a harsh email. Her Taurus is coming out.
Watch yourself with the sun, okay? Watch yourself in the sun this year. Of course, the water deal.
Yeah, I'm Irish, and we know to do that.
Well, just the same, even if you don't hang in the sun, make sure you use a better product that's more natural on your skin because it can bring up skin issues.
Okay, thank you.
And there's a female around you on the other side that's coming in.
Good, nice.
You have a mom on the other side?
Yeah, I have a mom on the other
Yeah,
side.
she's saying hello to you.
Oh.
And somebody's
Hey.
birthday or an anniversary just passed or coming up, not yours. It's a birthday or an anniversary, something that just came or just left. And
Or
just
coming up. Yeah. My son's birthday's next Tuesday.
Okay, she wants you to please make sure you say happy birthday
I
and
will.
buy him something from her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your mom is like pink aura, very serene pink aura. Yeah, I feel like she stands over you in the evening, at night, in your bedroom, like she's there with you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
She's just kind of tucking you in there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So somebody online actually just asked about the coronavirus, and we were talking about this before we went on live, and Sally had said to us, well, let's talk about it in the air a little bit. So let's talk about the coronavirus a little bit. I recently posted something online about the astrology of the coronavirus. So if you go on the Georgia Rose page, you can read that, or the Zancuda page. But how do you think, Lois, this plays in with the numerology? Because we were talking about that before in the beginning of the show, in the 2020.
Everything is cyclical.
Yeah.
Everything is cyclical. And if we go back years, if you want to rip apart political years, if you want to rip apart 8 years ago, 10 years ago, everything is cyclical.
Yeah.
And how do I feel it plays into numbers? I think every number impregnates the next number.
That's interesting.
Okay. So what was going on
Like
prior,
cumulative.
This is just manifesting into this new consciousness. I'm not making light of what is happening.
No, I don't think so. I
here.
think there's a reason behind the reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one to tell you what the reason is. I'm having enough just figuring my own self out.
Right.
You know,
Right.
people think you're in this field, you have it all
Right.
together. And
It's
you
true.
don't.
No, we don't.
You know?
we learn from all of you sometimes,
Right.
too. Yeah.
Actually, and I know that my guides tell me all the time, listen, Lois, you want to be happy or you want to be right?
Right.
And you know what? I've chose happy now.
Yeah, me too. Definitely so.
Definitely.
So we have a caller.
Yeah.
Hello, you're in the soul space.
Yeah, hi. I was trying to get on the phone, David Schwartz. I'm on a cell phone. I was trying to get a hold of my regular phone, but I think my phone, I don't know, is retrograde.
Well,
I know
it's funny. A
Lois
lot
is
of
on
computer glitches, David. David, do you have a specific question for tonight?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of specific questions tonight.
Well, we'll
I'm
give you
trying to
one
get a
because
hold of-
we're on the tail end of the show and there's a few people waiting online. So
Oh.
one question if you got
Well,
one.
Yeah, well, I don't know if retrograde is still in effect or not. I know I didn't hear anything about if it's still continuing on.
We are still in the shadow of retrograde, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. And then I'm also worried about this coronavirus thing going on.
Well, why don't you listen in because we're talking about Corona now, okay?
Oh, and then I also want to know if I'm still moving to Arizona.
I believe you are. I think your whole family is actually. But
Do you know when?
I have already read that. I think it was around September.
September?
Yeah. Okay. What I'd like to do is if you listen, Lois will answer your questions about the coronavirus, okay?
Okay, great.
Yeah, because we all want to hear what you have to say about that. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
As far as, again, with the coronavirus, this is pretty harsh, but, you know, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
Yeah, that's right.
No, yeah, it's not harsh.
That's how I just said that before the show. Yep.
You know, you could take precaution. You could do what you want to do. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a number lady. When your number's up,
Well, I'm going to tell you, like this morning, okay? You know, I'm not a big media person. I'm sure you're not either. And now it sounds like John's getting to be that way too, where you really censor yourself of what you listen to. So, you know, just to be on the safe side, once a day or so, I'll go online and just update for Corona. I don't listen to news reports. I don't watch video about it or anything like that. And so, you know, I went about my business today, and throughout the course of the day, I got some emails of closings and this and that, and the own company that I work for in my three-dimensional life, my earthbound life, had put out something, you know, non-essential. Let's not really use the offices too much. And then I went to yoga. And I walked into yoga, and we were all there. And, of course, we're in a space, and there's people there, and it's a very popular yoga. My yoga studio is just a beautiful community. And we're using blocks, and we're using mats, and we're using blankets, and, you know, no one's really that concerned. We're taking precautions, whatever we have to do. And then the instructor read this beautiful prayer, which if I can find it, I think I took a picture of it. She had it written down. I'll put it online later. All about immunity and strengthening yourself in other ways to be immune to things. And so in the yoga class, we did a lot of movement, and we learned about the lymphatic system, which really governs your immune system, and how just movement is what pumps up your immunity. You know, you want to exercise. Yeah, the chi. You want to go out in nature. So I really think, like, exactly 1,000% what Lois is saying, that this is happening so that we become more resourceful in our own lives, within our own self, and then bring that out into the world. And so as soon as I walked into that yoga studio and the fear wasn't there, and we were participating in something without the fear, and then learning a way to make our bodies healthier in a natural way, it was a completely different feeling from all this anxiety and nervousness. And I'm not saying don't take precautions, obviously. I mean, we came in and wiped down everything here. But I think you have to live within yourself and follow yourself and your own intuition, and really get back to a basic of what are we really looking at here? You know, if you get sick, chances are you'll probably be okay, you know, unless you have a really severe issue. And you can't live your life in fear. It's the fear factor that's going to get to us, you know.
But I have to interject here. We can't live our life in fear of much of anything.
Of anything.
It's not just this.
No, absolutely.
And until people are ready to surrender that thinking,
it's going to be like this.
And here's that 2020. Remember, 2020 is the perfect vision.
Yeah.
So it's
hindsight
looking
too.
at it. It's the hindsight of it. And we're just in for this change. I mean, it's happening.
You have to be open to change.
You have to.
You have to be open to it. And that was the difference.
That's something that evolves.
Right. And that was the difference in the environment. As soon as I walked through those doors of the yoga studio, now I was with people who were open and a little bit evolved enough to be in that mindset. And it completely changed everything. So I think that's really one of the reasons why the universe is bringing this to us.
Well, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Nothing
and it has
changes
to
unless you're
start with
open.
self.
Right. That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's the way it goes.
And I
know?
was talking on the show a couple weeks ago about fear and how it's innate in all of us, and how you make fear your friend, and that's how you proceed in your life. You know, the more you push it at bay and the more you panic and keep going, what should I do about this? What should I do? Oh, what should we do? What should we do? No, just sit with yourself and you'll figure out what you're supposed to do.
Well, fear broken down has a reference to FEAR, false evidence appearing real.
Wait,
And then your
do it
first
again. Sorry.
caller,
Say it one more time. Slow.
fear,
false
evidence appearing real. And ego, when
That's
you
what
were talking
psychologists say.
earlier to the ego, the
Yeah.
lady, the ego.
It's all fear driven.
Ego is edging God out.
Yep.
So
There you go.
have
That's a good acronym.
choices here.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
That's a good acronym.
You know, so I
Yeah.
mean, it is, and I have another great one. Your GPS. I mean, it's God's positioning system. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I love Lois.
As high as you can.
It's funny though, because I was just writing the last few days, and it's funny because every time something, whether it's tragic or good, anytime something of great change happens, it sends me writing like crazy. You know, that creativity comes out. I'm sure it's that way for most people. And the last few days, I was writing really deep stuff about us being comfortable sometimes with the fear. You know, and we grow up with so much fear, and we're in a society where fear really is used to control us. So it almost becomes familiar, and we gravitate towards it. We don't even realize it.
It's true. Do you have fears?
I think
It's
they're
true.
lessening. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Does the
But
meditation help?
The meditation helps, but I think the other thing is that, and I say it put it all together for me, is that when you mentioned that book, The Secret.
The Secret, yeah.
I heard of it. I didn't know anything about it. As soon as you mentioned it, I went out and I bought it.
Right.
And from when I read the first couple of paragraphs, beliefs that I had in the back of my mind or I wasn't sure of, I started reading it. And I'm not a big reader, so I have to read things twice and slowly. It started to put everything that I thought about through the years together. And it makes a big difference for me,
But you were
for my
ready.
journey.
You're ready.
That's
You're ready.
right.
You know, you're like the turkey ready to get in
Listen, you know what? What you're saying is something I've been thinking about, and I said it. I think I said it to you when we came in. It's
did.
like I'm just starting
Right.
wherever I'm supposed
But that
to be.
book will ignite something for you.
It definitely did.
Yeah, and then
already
it will
has.
lead you to another. I remember I had a friend once when she was first on her path. She would go to Barnes and Noble all the time because she was an avaricious reader, and she would like walk down the aisle and books would fly off the shelf. Like literally, a book would just go because they were giving her books. You know.
Yeah.
So when you're on that spiritual trek, it's amazing how one thing just leads to another. But it's so important, like Lois was just saying, to be open.
That you have to be.
If you're open, it all comes in. You know.
There's an old adage like your mind has to be like a parachute, open.
Yeah.
And you were born January 9th, right?
Yeah.
And so your 5-year, along with The Secret, is opening you.
Wow, that's
5
beautiful.
is change. 5 is a beautiful number. It's change. And
Everything just comes
and
together.
what you just said, like the book falls off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find many numerology books out there, but they all fall off the shelf.
Yeah,
for
see?
me.
You're led to what's going to resonate with you.
I ordered that book when she spoke about it before the show ended.
Good.
I went on Amazon and I said, I got to get this book.
I did a law of attraction show.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that book like for a second, and he just hooked into it. He was supposed to hear it.
No, I'm glad you pay attention. I'm very impressed with that.
I try.
So phone lines are still open. We have time for a couple more callers. So we did Sally, right? We did your number? Okay, I'm just looking. Yes, definitely call in Christopher Savastano if you want to call in. Elaine Giordano Risotto is watching. They also do some numerology. She and Lynn were on the show a few months ago. They teach tarot. They were amazing.
Getting back
next
to
week, who's on my show? Oh, next week is what date is next week? The 25th. What's today?
19th. The
19th.
Oh.
I'm like,
What day is
I'm
it,
in
right?
3rd grade. I'm counting with my fingers.
19th.
You're so funny. I think next week is Lisa Fazio. Lisa Fazio, the artist, soul portraits. So, yeah, we'll have her in the studio doing stuff. I don't know. So now, when you do numerology, you do the year number, you do a birth number, But is there certain numbers, like if someone comes to you and say, I'm moving into a house and this is the number, you can tell a vibe about a place?
Oh, I do a lot for real estate.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do, because I look at the house numbers.
Oh.
And if the real estate agent could give me at least the name of a person.
Right.
Okay. I could see by the letters in the name if they would
Wow.
connect with this type of a number on a house.
Yeah.
Yes, the house number is very important. The street number is very important.
Oh.
And, of course, the city, the state.
Yeah.
But when a person
all
goes
gives you a
into a
vibe.
house, if I'm lucky to get the date of birth, the full date of birth,
Yeah.
I could tell you immediately this house will not do for them.
Really?
Because they would more vibrate to maybe a 7 or a 4 or whatever.
Very interesting. I'm
Absolutely.
going to have you do my house numbers when I
Yeah.
move. So now we have somebody off camera named Chris, and his he's you're gonna love his numbers. He's 222.
Oh, okay. Well, you're very good with your hands. You're very handy, or you're very good with your. I wasn't going there.
I didn't go there. I didn't go there.
Excuse me.
It's just something that Georgia said sometime, that Chris is always fixing things.
He comes to my
around
house
the
and fixes everything.
And you're very good with
He's
your
got his own
hands.
house. I don't know why he's allowed.
You know, I think that, I didn't, you came in with it, but I think later in life it became more aware to you. You're a lot more than you may have ever thought. You're a very advanced soul. I personally don't like old soul. Okay? I don't know what old is, but advanced, because this is not your first rodeo.
I'm just going to put this person on hold a sec. Hi, you're on the Soul Space. Just hold on 1 second and we'll get right to you. Go ahead, Lois.
Oh, and I feel that over the years you have been opening and opening, so your realm of people in this new age field, or whatever you want to call it, metaphysical field, is never by a coincidence any time, but it's definitely not by a coincidence. It's opening you, and it's really allowing you to take in more. But you're a little rigid, a little, and it takes you a while just to push it and open it up. But you think about it. At least you think about it. You're very sensitive, and I know you're in your own way. You're very intuitive, in your own way.
Oh yes, he's Pisces.
And again, very good with your hands. So building is good for you. You're very sharp up here. You're sharp in the mind. You just have to be open to change. It's not
Lois,
your
you are
favorite word.
fabulous. You are fabulous. So we have a caller. Hi, welcome to the Soul Space. Sorry to keep you waiting. I just couldn't interrupt that read.
Oh, no worries at all. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and your name?
Chris.
Hi, Chris. So do you want Lois to tell? I think she's got your number.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris. Are you CH?
KRIS.
KRIS. Is this the Chris that I know?
Yes. Hi, Lois.
Hi, Chris. You're a sweetheart. Chris, give me your month and day of birth.
May 23rd.
May 23rd. Okay, so you got double fives over here.
Wow.
Another 5.
Yeah.
You're out. Anyway.
You've been outnumbered,
You're
so to
outnumbered
speak.
now. Chris, honestly, I feel something for you this year. I know you're going to say, yeah, right, not now. But I do feel more movement and travel for you. And so you could be finding movement could be, doesn't mean you're going to California or there's more movement. And I do believe, Chris, that there is a career change.
Ooh,
and
that's exciting.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I do believe that's coming. The thing is, you need to be patient. One of your major lessons in here is about patience. You have done, and you have to be not afraid of waiting. It's going to come to you. And I'll tell you something, a secret about your number, no more of a secret. If it comes to you, it's yours. If you're going to go out and run and make it happen and chase it, I got news for you. It's not going to work out.
Oh.
Don't get your fingers burnt. It'll come to you. Trust me. You're very intuitive. Trust it.
That's awesome advice.
Yeah,
Awesome
that
advice.
is really great.
And I
Thank
love
you.
you.
For that.
You're welcome.
You're
Love
welcome.
you.
I'm glad you called
Thank
in,
you so
Chris.
much for
Thanks.
that.
You're welcome.
Good night. So now I have a best girlfriend who's watching. She's like my heart. And her birthday is 9/25. So September 25th. And as a matter of fact, we have another very good friend in our circle that is also born the same day. So,
Well, that doesn't mean anything because the names are different.
right.
So it's a totally
Her first name
different
is
reading.
Margaret.
Okay, the one that
Margaret,
you're talking
September
about.
25th. I'm hooking you up, baby.
This is the one you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay. Well, you know, Margaret.
Hold on one sec. Just hold on. Hi, I know you're on the Soul Space. We're just going to put you on hold for 1 minute. We'll get to you in a minute. Okay, go ahead.
The Margaret is not easy. Margaret analyzes a lot. She thinks an awful lot. Okay, and it's not really the best for her to do that because she could self-sabotage. But
Okay.
she does. Not a stupid woman.
No way.
And let me tell you
She's
something.
a smart cookie,
She
let me tell
has
you.
very good hearing. I don't care if she, God forbid, was deaf, but she'll hear you because it's selective. But
Antennas.
she knows what's going on. Margaret has to be open to change. She has a
Okay.
little bit of a struggle, challenge with that.
I think we all do, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but this is a wishy-washy year for her.
Oh, really?
This is a wishy-washy year. In other words, she feels powerful. I don't know if I can. So it's one
Okay.
of these wishy-washy years.
So what
But if
advice
she-
would you give her?
If she doesn't get into that thinking mode
Yeah.
and feeling like everything around her is a big petty annoyance, she'll get through it. We
Okay.
all get through it.
That's good advice. I love you out there, Madge. So we have somebody on the phone. Hi, caller. Welcome to the Soul Space.
Hello.
Hi. You're in the Soul Space. Do you have a question for Lois Martin, our
Hi, how
psychic
are you?
numerologist?
My name is Christine.
Hi, Christine.
And hi. You know, I have to say it's been kind of a struggle for me for quite a while. But what I'm dealing with now, I was hoping you might be able to pinpoint for me. I deal with this certain skin condition that comes up and haunts me like every other year since the 90s. Nobody can figure it out. So I was wondering if you might kind of have an idea where I can go and get tested or anything like that.
For some reason, I don't know why, because it sounds so cliche, but for some reason, I'm feeling gluten here.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's certain years that you change your diet or you're around different food. But
Okay.
for some reason, is this very much like, does it start on your fingers or hands or arms?
It doesn't happen on hands, face, or feet.
Okay.
But it starts at my ankles.
Oh,
and
okay.
it works
I'm getting the
way
other
up
side.
through the entire body.
Because I feel something with your arms, like it's internal there.
Yes.
So I don't know why, but I'm just feeling gluten or something. I feel like this is something you're ingesting. It's not like an allergy from something external. I don't know if you're getting that, Lois.
I don't know what your date of birth is, but this is just my take on this right now. I think that with you, take a note, journal down what you are going through, because I think this is a detoxification for you.
Yeah, it's something
because
inside
it has to
the
deal
body.
with pore, P-O-R-E. And what you are doing is you are pouring out what is disturbing you, what is eating you. And I'm not saying it's not a medical. Georgia could be very correct. It could be a gluten.
But I feel
don't
like
know
it's
that.
definitely something from within out. It's
Yes.
not
Okay.
something. It's not like a laundry soap or something.
Oh, okay.
It's not like an
No,
animal. It's
no.
something coming from within the body out.
This is a spiritual. This is
Yeah,
a spiritual
absolutely.
change. And very quickly, what's your month and day of birth, just for curiosity?
1/6/63.
That's exactly it. You're a number 7. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 is very mystical. 7 is very magical. And I am telling you, it has to do with pore, P-O-R-E.
It's almost like she's restricting herself.
Yes.
Like you're restraining the energy, holding it back, and it's coming out like that.
Yes.
And I
Okay.
think certain foods that you eat irritate you.
Okay.
Because you're
Yes.
ingesting it and it's making you more restricted. That's the feeling I'm getting.
Do you do Reiki or anything? Do you go to Reiki or anything?
I-
Do you do...
I actually am a Reiki practitioner, but I never practiced it.
That's
okay,
the problem.
time to do it, darling,
Yeah.
because it's time to purge. It's time to pour out.
And
Go
I was
for
going to
it.
say, you're a healer, and that's why the hands you need to release energy through your hands.
Right.
Okay.
So you need to take your I know we always have to wait in between 30 days or whatever. Take your rest of you need to go to master teacher, and you need to not only be a practitioner, but you need to teach Reiki to other people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you have
gonna
to
help you.
release the energy,
Especially around the ankles. Remember that, because
Moving
the ankles are
forward.
the feet.
Yeah.
And that's about moving forward, and there's something
Really?
that you
Oh,
are
yeah.
resenting or not wanting to move forward
Yeah.
with.
Okay, you're right. I'm not. I have not. I know I'm supposed to, but I have not.
Because
Oh, well,
I'm
now
getting
you
so
will.
much restriction around you, like you're
Yep.
literally being held back, and so
Oh,
the
yeah.
energy is coming through your skin that way. I feel
Totally.
like if you don't start to pursue the Reiki or healing, I feel like you will have this in your hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I've always been felt restricted to do what I really wanted to do.
Well,
Do it. Do it. Belly dance.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Go for it.
Go
Pole
for it.
dance.
Hey, I do whatever I want. You may as well.
I know. I should.
And release anything in your life that is holding you back, because what
Okay.
you think is your security is really your restriction.
Yes. Yeah.
Take
I
it from
look
somebody who's
security.
been there.
I look for security, but I never can meet my dreams because I'm always
Because
being
you're confusing
tempted.
security with restriction.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I say if the horse has been dead for 2 years, it's time to dismount.
Like that. Yes, I hear that loud and clear.
These analogies.
She's a riot, Lois.
Oh,
That's why we're going to have you back on the show. Every time you come to Long Island, you're coming to the Soul Space.
Thank you.
Love it.
So,
Nice
Lois,
to
where
meet
can
you.
we find you?
You could find me, you could go to my Facebook page at Lois T. Martin. My website's Lois T. Martin. I have my own blog talk radio
Right.
show every
That's on
Monday
Mondays,
night
yes.
from 7 to 8.
You can go on blogtalkradio.com, and the name of her show is I've Got Your Number.
Right, it's blogtalkradio.com/Lois T. Martin. And I have great guests. Georgia has been on several times.
Thank
She's one of
you.
my top
She's
rated
always so gracious.
guests. No, it's true, and she's coming back again. And welcome aboard. We're there to help everybody. We're there to serve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
And John Minetta can be found at a trail near you, walking in the woods every morning. Single ladies apply. And John Minetta is a great guy. Thank you for being on the show, John.
Absolutely. Anytime, Georgia.
Thank you. Oh, you're
was-
welcome.
You're a
I
pleasure.
We
enjoyed
love
it.
having you
I
on.
enjoyed it.
You're going to be my
Thank
sidekick. And Lois, I can't thank you enough. You're going to be
welcome.
on again.
Thank
And if
you.
you're looking for me, you can always do a private reading or healing, or just join our community on Facebook at Zenkuda, on YouTube that's Zenkuda, and of course you can find us on Instagram at Zenkuda Official. And we've got somebody else calling in. I don't think we can do it.
Yeah,
Call
sorry.
in next week, whoever you are. Okay. Good night, everybody.